obviously these two teams have a lot of respect for one another. John, you just mentioned Dave Aranda and his expectation for the game. We've also seen it with Coach Kalani there at BYU. Some of the comments that he's made this week, just very respectful of Baylor. And, that's a coach thing that they do anyway, but it really seems to be genuine in this case. Obviously, you're probably not going to be seeing that with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher when those two teams play. But certainly, though, all that said, they all respect each other, blah, blah, blah. The Cougars want some payback, don't they? I mean, you mentioned that game last year, 38-24 in Waco. I mean, Kevin, is there a sense, of, at least among the players, that a little payback would be sweet?
I don't even know if it's amongst the players as much. I've asked a lot of players this, and they've been hesitant to kind of embrace that. But I think from the coaching staff, they have not been as hesitant. I mean, we were talking to Eliza Tuiaki yesterday, BYU's defensive coordinator, and he was like, listen, last year we were not up to the challenge of this game at all. And I think this year we need to see a growth in comparison to Baylor. And Baylor, obviously, we talked about how complimentary Kalani Sitake was to Baylor, saying that they were kind of the standard of the Big 12 right now. And they're also a program that I think BYU definitely sees themselves in going to the Big 12. There's a lot of parallels between the institutions and just the way Baylor built this thing. So I think for the revenge factor is definitely there. I think for the coaching staff, maybe not as much for the players right now. But the interesting part to me is that this game, not only is the revenge factor, but I think this game, you could make the argument that for BYU, it's the biggest one in the independence era at home. They haven't played a team. This is the highest ranked opponent that BYU will host in Provo since 2004 against USC when they came to town. There haven't been a ton of top 10 teams to come into Provo in the independence era. So the revenge factor is there. The magnitude of this game is there. And then obviously the parallel of the Big 12 is there for BYU. So I definitely think that this is a game that BYU wants to win and gets up for.
Yeah, John, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think BYU is going to be way up for this game. Baylor, to me, that game last year really kind of solidified. Nobody really knew how good Baylor was going into last year. And, of course, they had already beaten Iowa State before that game. But, man, then they beat a ranked BYU team, a good team, pretty handily. I thought, pretty much controlled the game. So, I think, I think BYU is going to be way up for this game. And I think the Baylor players know it. I think they're going to be, prepared for that. And I'm sure Coach Aranda and his staff has been pounding that into them, that this is going to be a difficult game and they better be prepared in every way.
Yeah, no doubt.